Hi, it's Angela. Today I'm bringing you my top 12 most anticipated book releases of 2023. We're going to be covering a lot of genres today, like sci-fi fantasy, horror, contemporary fiction / literary fiction, romances, as well as mystery suspense thrillers. So if you're looking to get a jump start on your reading goals for the new year, stick around and make sure to add these books to your TBR. Starting off, we have How to Sell a Haunted House by Grady Hendrix. This is a paranormal horror and it's set in modern times near the tail end of the pandemic. It follows two siblings who are trying to make ends meet, so they decide to sell their haunting childhood home after their parents pass away, and in doing so, they must confront the ghosts of their past. To me, Grady Hendrix has a really refreshing take on horror, and he always manages to insert moments of kind of dry humor into various scenes, so I'm really looking forward to see what he brings to this haunted house trope. The next book is The Thick and the Lead by Hannah Porter. I would say this book is a mix of a lot of genres, so I've kind of placed it into speculative horror, and it's set in a dystopian world where eating is only functional and for sustenance, not for pleasure at all, and it's seen as almost a taboo. We're following two characters that come together on a journey guided by a centuries-old cookbook, each trying to break out of their own personal cage that's set by society. The next book I've really been looking forward to, and it's Julia Bartz's The Writing Retreat. This is a mystery thriller that follows a writer who gets invited to this remote elite writing retreat, and when she gets there, she finds out that this retreat is actually a writing competition to finish a novel in a month at this retreat. When one of the writers disappears in a snowstorm, everyone begins turning on each other. Next, we have Chang Gang All-Stars by Nana Kwame Adjei-Brenyah, and this is a dystopian sci-fi novel. It's set in a world where the private prison industry has really evolved into this gladiator-style prison program where prisoners are pitted against each other in death matches to get a chance at their freedom. And we're following two main characters that want to challenge the status quo. The next book is Some Desperate Glory by Emily Tesh, and this is a space opera set in a world where Earth has been destroyed and is overruled by another species, and our main character is going on a journey with an alien to try to reclaim her lost planet. The next book I'm so excited about, and it's In the Lives of Puppets by TJ Klune, and this is set in a world with robot and human cohabitation. A group of robots and a human form this found family situation, and they have to go on a mission to save their kidnapped patriarchal figure from being reprogrammed. And now moving on to a few lighter recommendations, I wanted to talk about The Neighbor Favor by Christina Forrest. This book is about our main character who is a bookworm and gets her neighbor in on her plan to find her a date for her sister's upcoming wedding. All the while, the main character doesn't realize that her neighbor is actually her favorite fantasy author that she has been exchanging anonymous emails with online for months. For romance books, I do like to cover some of the tropes that are associated. So for this one, I think it's going to be a friends to lover situation with maybe some secret pining from the fantasy author / neighbor. So definitely looking forward to that one. Next is Practice Makes Perfect by Sarah Adams. This is a romance where a small town flower shop owner decides that she really needs to spice up her dating style, so she enlists the help of her future sister-in-law's bodyguard to give her some tips and tricks and make sure that she's ready for the dating scene. This release has some of my all-time favorite romance tropes, including fake dating, secret pining, as well as something that I'm going to be calling romance coaching, where it's this trope of one character teaching another character the ins and outs of romance, romantic relationships, dating, all that good stuff. And the final romance is Business or Pleasure by Rachel Lynn Solomon. This book follows a ghostwriter and a C-list actor who have a really awkward one-night stand, only for them to realize later that the ghostwriter is actually going to be writing the memoir for this actor. Along with this plot, we also have the actor being really embarrassed that their one-night stand was so awkward, so he tries to get this ghostwriter to help him be better at sex. Again, we have the trope of romance coaching. Are we seeing a theme here? Finally, let's tackle the literary fiction. We have Big Swiss by Jean Began. Though this book is contemporary fiction, from the synopsis alone, it also gives me kind of Women versus the Void vibes. And it follows our main character whose job is to transcribe therapy sessions for a sex coach. And the sex coach has this new client that the main character refers to as Big Swiss because of the woman's stature and because she's from Switzerland. The main character basically becomes very enamored with this new client and starts developing this very one-sided relationship with her. The next book is something pretty different, and it's Y/N or Your Name by Esther E. This is a book about a woman who becomes obsessed with this K-pop idol and starts living this fantasy life that she creates through writing Y/N or Your Name fanfiction online. And all of this culminates in her following her idol to South Korea on this obsessive, self-destructive journey. And the final book I'm really anticipating is Yellowface by R.F. Kuang. This is a suspenseful literary fiction, and it follows a white author who passes off an Asian author's unpublished book as her own after the Asian author dies in a really tragic accident. This white author then rebrands herself as this non-white / ambiguously Asian author to try to chase literary success. And those are the 12 books that I'm really looking forward to that are going to be released in the first half of 2023. I'm going to be doing another anticipated releases for the latter half of 2023 as well, and so we have a lot of really good books to look forward to. If any of these books interested you, please let me know which ones and why in the comments below. I'm definitely going to be doing reviews for each of them throughout the year as they get released, so I'll update you on if they were worth the hype after I finish those. Thanks for watching. I hope you all have a wonderful upcoming year, and I will see you all next time.